increase. We're sort of referring to this as the third wave.
Zelensky's plea to Congress.
There are growing divisions about whether to continue funding Ukraine.
Murder suspect released by mistake.
A round-the-clock manhunt has been underway ever since.
Good morning. I'm Steve Kathan with the CBS World News Roundup. There's been a new move by the Biden administration granting temporary legal status to nearly 500,000 Venezuelan migrants who are already in this country. It's designed to ease the burden on cities as border crossings return to near record levels. CBS's Manuel Bojorquez is in El Paso, where officials are seeing more than 1,800 migrants a day.
You are at a crisis level here.
I would say yes.
John Martin is deputy director of the shelter in El Paso. He says the inflow of migrants has been increasing for weeks.
All of the downtown shelters are all working over capacity.
At another migrant support center, even the floor is welcome refuge for Marjorie Hernandez and Carlos Mota and their two small children. It took them 2 months to make the more than 3,000-mile trek from Venezuela to Texas.
There is work, but you can't make ends meet.
I anticipate, unfortunately, that we'll continue to see these increases on a daily basis.
Near Eagle Pass, Texas this week, more than 5,000 people streamed through in a day. The influx prompted the mayor to sign an emergency declaration. While in Arizona, hundreds were detained, some in makeshift cages.
Ukraine's president is in Washington. CBS's Scott McFarland tells us he's there to rally support for his country's bloody struggle with Russia.
Volodymyr Zelensky will speak with the U.S. Congress with an increasing number of members who have expressed concern or opposition to continued U.S. funding of the war effort in Ukraine. Missouri Republican Josh Hawley says the Congress can't be a blank check. His fellow Republican Lindsey Graham says the U.S. must help the effort to stop Putin.
While Zelensky is here in the U.S., Russia launched new attacks on at least 6 Ukrainian cities. CBS's Imtiaz Tayyab reports on the concern there about nuclear plants.
Until now, only Moscow was capable of providing fuel for the Soviet-era nuclear reactors. Ukraine partnered with the Pittsburgh-based Westinghouse company to develop its own fueling systems to power the plants. A move Ukraine's Minister of Energy, Herman Galushenko, says was a long time coming.
I'm proud that even during the war, we managed to do so historical things.
But until the war is over, power plants like this remain a terrifying target.
Fox says this morning 92-year-old Rupert Murdoch will be stepping down as chairman of the board of Fox and News Corp in November, his son Lachlan taking his place. Rupert Murdoch will keep an emeritus title with the company. CBS's Nicole Killian reports Senate Democrats have worked around Alabama Republican Tommy Tuberville's hold on military promotions.
Today, the Senate will be voting on 2 more military promotions, including a new Marine Corps commandant and an Army chief of staff. It follows an overwhelmingly bipartisan vote to confirm Air Force General C.Q. Brown as the next chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He replaces the outgoing chairman, Army General Mark Milley. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer forced a floor vote on just Brown's nomination. It's a much slower way to move the nomination process along, but allows the Senate to bypass this hold by Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville.
Tuberville is opposed to Pentagon abortion policy. In the congressional hearings on the Capitol attack, former Trump aide Cassidy Hutchinson was a key witness. Now, CBS's Adriana Diaz tells us she accuses Rudy Giuliani of groping her.
In an excerpt from Hutchinson's new book, obtained by The Guardian, she wrote of Giuliani, "Rudy wraps one arm around my body, closing the space that was separating us. I lower my eyes and watch his free hand reach for the hem of my blazer. His hand slips under my blazer, then my skirt. I fight against the tension in my muscles and recoil from Rudy's grip." Giuliani denied the allegations during an interview with Newsmax's Eric Boiling.
First, I'm not going to grope somebody at all. False, totally absurd.
It's 4 minutes after the hour.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.